Welcome back to more Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. Last time, we actually finished up the minigames, defeating Dr. Zomboss's revenge, finishing all the minigames. We then started in on puzzle mode, where we did all of Vasebreaker, even unlocking Vasebreaker Endless, which doesn't have a trophy. We then showed off a little bit of iZombie, which we'll be finishing probably today too. So, iZombie 2. Eat all the brains to pass the level. Same as before. So let's see here. We now have a screen door zombie. I imagine that could deal with this row and this row fairly easy. So let's try this as a preliminary. The screen door protects him from getting hit by status effects such as slowing. And should this work, he'll clear out the whole row. At least that's the idea. Once he gets us some sun here, he should have plenty of ammo. Now, seeing as he dealt with the other two, this should work just as well. Though, as you can imagine, those spike weeds are going to be a problem. Let's send a bucket head down this row. And let's send one up there, too, because I think that'll also deal with it. I think a screen door here, just to get rid of that first pesky zombie, is a good idea. And I want to show off how the screen door ones work. While their shields will take damage in front, the zombie itself will take damage on spikeweed. Which means you need a bucket head. Although it's kind of weird that the bucket head is immune to them, because the bucket's on their head, just go with it. If that were the case, that would really mean there's really no purpose in using the screen doors for pretty much anything, if they also, or well, the bucket heads, if the screen doors worked the same as the bucket. Still, you get the idea. It's not too bad. And I find most of the basic puzzles are a lot of fun. I really wish that the iZombie Endless worked a little different once we get to it, but you'll see what I mean. For now, let's keep on doing this. Here, we have Zombie, Buckethead Zombie, and the Digger Zombie. These Digger Zombies work interestingly. You've seen them before in gameplay. They'll go all the way to the back, pop up, and then march to the right. But there's another interesting interaction I don't think I ever showed off. Should you place a Digger Zombie, and it hits a potato mine, there's a chance it will explode, and a chance they'll just keep on going. You don't really know what you're going to get. So for instance, here's how I'd use the first one. Send him down this lane where there's no backward protection. You can also get rid of this whole lane, pretty much most of them. The potato mines, though, are where the difficulty comes in. That's where, just use a normal zombie. They're cheap and inexpensive. So with this, we'll pretty much have 2 full rows cleared, with the exception of finishing this one. You're still going to need a normal zombie at the end to actually eat the brain. So you can't win with just the Digger Zombies alone. That's what makes them a little tough. Still, they are very useful. So let's see. Buckethead right here is probably the way to go. And if you want, you could hit him with a dual offensive. It's not a bad idea. But the Buckethead should be just fine. Which, for this, let's send a normal zombie. In fact, let's do 2. They'll probably get blown up by the mine, but I'm not terribly worried. Yep. Otherwise, send 1 zombie here. Him and the Digger should get rid of the plant. And that should be game. While it is a little slow watching them walk over, it's still not that bad. You get to have time to admire your ruthless cunning in devouring brains should you have been on the opposing side. Basically, it's, you get to be happy that you did it. breathe a sigh of relief, if you will. And of course, get another trophy. Very nice. So let's see here. Totally nuts. Here we have the latest in zombie defense, the nut. Now, in order to combat it, we have the ladder zombie. They're useful, but they're expensive at 150 sun. So you have to weigh what's better here, a ladder or a bucket head. So, let's try out the ladder. Goes over the plant, starts eating the sunflower fairly quickly, and manages to get us more sun than what he needed. So he's fairly worth it. I almost said worthless. But as you can see, even just one pea shooter, if it's in the back row, ooh, it doesn't kill him. I figured it would have. But hey, good to know. Sun well spent. So let's see. I mean, pretty much you can just send them down every row. So let's do... say this row next. And how about this one? On this row, he's pretty much just here to get us all of the sun, which if we send another zombie behind him, that zombie will use him as a shield to get the ice pea, or snow pea. Buckethead should be able to clear this out. And I think I want to do a similar strat here. Do that, send a normal zombie right along with him. Ideally, these two will be okay. That slow might get them in trouble later down the line, but we'll see. I think they'll be okay. Figure here, the ladder and the buckethead should do just fine. Yeah, there we go. Puzzle solved, mission diffused. I like it. Look at that. Beautiful. Most of these early levels are just here to teach you what the new zombie does for endless mode, pretty much. But again, I find playing endless mode is just frustrating. Again, we'll get to it. Don't you worry. We've only got, what, 5 more to go? Dead Zeppelin. Nice reference. Because here we have the dreaded magnet. And this is also where we can show off how to get a lot of sun. The bungee zombie has a notorious glitch that I believe you have to be on PC for. In order to do it, it's fairly simple. Click your bungee zombie, you'll then place it on a sunflower, pause, put your cursor over another one, pause, grab it, put it over the sunflower. Then if you're real fast and have a very slow PC, you can pause and do it again and get a triple. You're going to need more sun, though, than the game starts you with to do this. Let's keep that in mind. That's where we're going to start with our... Let's do a... normal zombie. The problem is this. So if we do a normal zombie here, he's going to take a fair bit of damage, but he's going to get us all the sun we need. And now that we have our strategy, bungee, pause, unpause, click the bungee zombie, see how he's selected, then place 2. See how 2 targets go on him? Watch what happens. When they steal a sunflower, it'll drop its normal sun. You then have stolen 2. This is abusive. I don't plan on really using it for much, but it does make any level where you have bungee zombies significantly easier. I'm not saying you should abuse it, but you can. It's also one of the best methods to actually clear the endless mode and get the achievement. Again, I still really wouldn't recommend it. So, with that in mind, let's start clearing out all of the opposition. As you can see, balloon zombies take care of the brains by themselves. You'd think they'd be useless, because normally they just float on by and then go in the house. But because they need to eat the brains, it auto-pops them to do the job. So I do appreciate that. Let's see here. I think send a bucket zombie down this lane. That should deal with it. And then we could use a bungee here. And then a balloon zombie to clear this lane. So yeah, the bungees are abusive. They are so comically overpowered. But you gotta be careful, because you're spending 125 to get 75 back, because each sunflower is worth about 200. When you use 2, that's 400 at 250. So you are getting a net profit off one sunflower. You're still using a fair bit of sun to do it, though. So you gotta be careful, but it does overall net you extra sun. Still, pretty good. Me Smash. This is our first level where we have Gargantuar. I think it's one of the only levels you get Gargantuar. So here, we have Garlic. We know what it does. We remember it actually being fairly effective. So, let's use the Pole Vault Zombie to get all of this delectable sun. Once we do that, we'll have enough for our Gargantuar, which is real good. See this bottom row, which would normally be a pain? Boom. He should probably be able to clear out this entire row by himself. He is that darn good. And while we're at it, full vault this garlic. All this delectable sun. And then realistically, we can probably Gargantuar these other 2 rows and be perfectly fine. Just like that, and like that. Ba-boom. Yeah, that's another interesting thing. Gargantuars even destroy spikeweed. It's a weird little detail. Plus 2, their imps are also abusive. The imps are incredibly fast. They can also survive a single spikeweed. So if there's only one and he tosses it, so long as that's all there is there, you'll guaranteed clear the lane. These things are incredibly good. And although they are a bit slow, you can speed up the process with a pole vaulter, because they're pretty quick. So let Gargantuar do most of the work, clear the way. Pole vaulter, we'll cheese it. I figured it saved us a few seconds, so why not? Another trophy to the collection. Very, very nice. Now, Zomboogie. This is one of my favorite ones, because it shows you just how good the disco zombie is. So first and foremost, we need sun. Let's use our first zombie here. He will get us a fair bit. Almost enough to get the dancing zombie. I say disco. It's because of his outfit. Still, very nice, very nice. And then, as you can see, our first zombie down. Let's put our disco zombie right here. See what he does. So he'll spawn all of his zombies. And as you can see, the whole idea is that all the zombies he spawns will clear out all of these traps for us. These things are dangerously efficient. Though you gotta be a little careful, sometimes they don't get everything. So, you can just have a normal zombie, deal with it. Not a big deal. Let's just do like a normal zombie there, one there. We'll actually have to do a couple here, but that's fine. I figure so long as we space them out like so, should be all good. Let's just send a pole vaulter down this way, just in case, yeah. Whichever gets eaten here, not a big deal. Pole vaulter or normal. Which, as you can see, the pole vaulter also counters the chomper. Maybe not as effectively as, say, the disco zombie, but it's still pretty good. Also send one down here. Because I guess I've never seen a full pole vaulter go for a brain. Oh, that's going to hit him. Unlucky. Unlucky. Still, not too bad. As you can see, that disco zombie is well worth that 350 sun. They are amazing for diffusing lanes. Plus, too, if there's a zombie, or not a zombie, a plant that can shoot on a row, but not on the row he's on, he can still clear quite a bit. 3-hit wonder. What? Why does it still have all these old saves? I don't know. Because again, I haven't played this in a fairly long time. Oh well. So let's see here. Oh, the imps. They're very slow. They're not very good. So let's see. What is the best way to approach this? I'm going to say... Can't do ladder zombie because of them. Can't do digger zombies there because of them too. Imps are very cheap, but they take very little damage to kill. So let's do a cone head on this row. Cone heads have the lovely advantage of not being metal, as you might know. So the magnet shrooms don't affect them like they would other things. So then I think the choice is doing 2 bungees like so. Going from there. I feel like the cone head can probably deal with this, so let's try it. I don't know if the imp can actually get a pea shooter, so let's test it. For 50 sun, it's pretty worth it. So yeah, 3 hits, imp's dead. They're not very good for a lot of things, so I don't tend to use them for much. They're alright, but they're nothing to write home about. I've never really liked them. But hey, maybe that's just me. So let's do that. Send a cone head with them. That should clear that row. This row won't really be a problem once we get rid of the squash. Yeah, send an imp to finish up that sunflower. And then, I guess, use a digger right there. Buy a little imp. Send you there. And then let's do a cone head here. We should be able to defuse that potato mine and send another one like here, just to try to keep him a little safe. Now we can send an imp there. And we should be all good. In fact, you know what? Send an imp here too, because he'll help him chomp these guys. Yeah, I was going to say there's a good chance he gets shot and dies. Oh, the imps. They're funny little things. I'm also just using them poorly, but like, gosh, just look at them. They're fast for what it's worth. I think they're one of the fastest zombies, but frail they are. Still, it's a good showing of how frail they are with plenty of sun to work with, so I appreciate it. Otherwise, the last iZombie level, all your brains are belong to us. Of course, a nice reference to all your base are belong to us. Very nice. And here we have pretty much the full repertoire. This one can be rough. So we know the magnet's down here. What is going on here? Oh my gosh. I guess 3 imps can, well, not 3, but a couple imps can clear out pretty much this whole row. So let's go for it. Ooh, problem. Didn't see that. We're just going to restart. Yeah, 3 Peters are a problem for the imps. That's one of the worst things that it could be. That magnet's a problem, too. So the question becomes, where do you even start with this? Huh. I mean, he's there, so we can't imp this row. We could ladder this, but that's a lot of damage. Buckethead couldn't survive that. Conehead, maybe. I'm not super confident on that. Let's try it. Because again, his mission really is just get this, but I think they're going to kill him before, yeah, he even has a chance. Yeah, okay. Here's another interesting trick you can do, is restarting a bunch. As you can see, it's different every time. So if you can get a very problematic plant in front, it can make things a lot easier. It's kinda not great trying to reset a bunch like that, but it can make your life a lot easier. So let's see. There's just no obviously good option. With only 50 sun, you're kinda locked into doing some pretty mean stuff. I really don't know here. Let's go. This is a bold strategy. Let's do 2 cone heads on this row. Because I'm hoping their extra, let's say, damage per second here will keep them safe and at least get us 1 sunflower. That's my hope. Looks like it overall worked. So if I can bungee this, that'll be really helpful. Okay. So now, if we bungee this, I still don't know if that's even worth it. Honestly, I think this is worth it. Let's get rid of you. Because without the 3-peater, we can do our imp strategy up here just fine. See? Imp, imp. And 1 more. Get us a plentiful amount of sun. And then I think... Well, we can finish this row with 2 imps, so let's do that real quick. Ooh, I forgot about you. You're a little scary. But should be fine. I want to say the digging zombie can kill him if he's right here, but I don't think he's quick enough for it. So let's use a ladder here. And then send like a bucket head. And that should clear this row. Yeah, they're going to be slow, which is a shame, but should be fine. I just got to get rid of this. There's just no way about it. Again, I could use the bungee strat of stealing extra sun, but it's awfully cheap. Now with that, I think... Ooh, gotta be careful on this row because of the star. He'll be shot from behind, especially with this guy, too. So let's try it here. What happens with chompers and squash? So I imagine now that this is pretty cleared out, I could probably just send a footballer to clear this. At least that is the hope. 'Cause these guys are fairly resilient. Yeah, chompers don't hit behind. So this is another use imps situation. That. Boom. Perfect. That should be all she wrote, I think. Oh, let's send another. Oh wait, I already had one. Goodness. They got lined up so I couldn't tell there was 2. Pretty good though. Send a footballer just cuz. And that should be all of iZombie. Because, as you know, all your brains belong to us, of course. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Looking good. Bada bing, bada boom. The final puzzle trophy. Very nice. And now, iZombie Endless. I showed Vasebreaker Endless. It's the same concept as Vasebreaker. You can get lucky, you can get unlucky. It's not that bad. iZombie Endless, though. New game. This can be brutal. These are the zombies you have for the entirety of it. And some of the puzzles are just really, really rough. Some are fairly obvious, others not so much. It's like here, I feel very strongly the Conehead could deal with this. The imp would die, for sure. At least, I think. Do that. I think the imp is... No, see, watch. He's gonna get killed by the mushroom. So the imp is not the solution here. At least for the first one. There we go. He'll blow up the potato mine. Don't send the Buckethead. And so you might think, oh, okay, this, is pretty cool. It's an endless mode, right? It'll refresh the maps. Keep on going. Nothing too bad, right? Nothing super offensive or anything. Pretty simple, straightforward. And I would agree with you. I would. If it weren't for one glaring issue that comes up fairly quickly. We actually got a very, very nice intro level, so thank goodness for that. Trust me, the issue will become very, very readily apparent. Send some imps. I think we'll need 3, because he'll start eating him, get squashed. Yep, should be good. Oh, it got both of them. Unlucky. That's why I hate putting 2 imps. Like, they're trying to figure it out. Not a big deal, just annoying. Let's see. I feel like if I do this... Yeah. And then let's do this. Just to tank that. I don't think the imp is going to get to the mushroom before he dies. I do need to do this, though. Again, that'll get us some extra sun. Nothing too bad. Should clear this row, because the imps should be able to survive 2 spikes with how quickly they move. Yeah, there you go. So let's see, will he get to the mushroom? No, not quite, see? That's why the imps are weird. You think they could do something, and they just don't. Why, they're really annoying. And unfortunately, because there's 2 spike weeds, you have to use 2 cone heads. Still, should be good for this. And now you might think, oh, well, that's not so bad. You just have to do this 10 times, right? First one's not so bad. Shouldn't be hard at all. And you'd normally be pretty right if it followed the rules you think it would. Like Vasebreaker, it looks simple on the surface. Unlike Vasebreaker, when you start a new one, rather than it resetting completely, and there being the same amount of things and odds, you keep your current sun, which you'd think, oh, is really good. Until you realize, every wave it spawns less and less sunflowers. The further in you go, the less resources you have to work with. It can be really obnoxious. It's not undoable, very clearly. But that's why people figured out the Bungie zombie strategy of stealing multiple sunflowers, because this sun limit on how few sunflowers spawn each time gets really, really aggressive. And it is a pain. Still, I figured I'd give it a fair go and see how far I can get before I screw myself out of sun for the rest of the video. just because I do want to still show it off. It's just, golly, do I really not like this mode. And maybe I'm wrong on Base Breaker. I haven't played that one past the first round and forever, pretty much, because I just really don't care for it. But still, you get the idea. Oh. Again, wasn't paying attention. So now I'm going to lose 2 zombies for the price of 1. Again, my bad on that. Let's see. I think if I bungee zombie there, it's just going to get squashed. So we'll do this. I don't think the starfruit will kill him. Yeah, it doesn't even shoot. So yeah, pretty good. But he can't clear this. So again, minimum, gonna have to use a cone head. For this, I could use a digger. Ultimately seems worth it in terms of cost. Let's go for it. This right here is a problem. And because they have the corn bolts, you might get screwed randomly based on their RNG. It's a gamble. And it's one of the reasons I really hate it. So let's do something a little tricky. Pole vault. See if we can get rid of the starfruit before he gets buttered. She did. Perfect. Which means we can now digger zombie the rest of this lane if we really wanted. I'm just going to do a cone head. Because I think that'll do effectively the same thing for less price. Or for a lower price. Because ideally he will buy the cone head time to get up to him and take him out. I just don't trust the imp. And see, we got lucky. The corn didn't take out the pole vaulter. In other scenarios, it might have. That's why I really hate this mode. It's interesting as a, switch up and things, but I just am not a fan of it at all. This row can be taken care of by a bucket head. And I mean, so far, we're doing fairly good on Sun. It's just the later stages are so tough. Because once you start getting down to having 2 or 3 sunflowers, maybe it's more like 4 or 5, but still, when you get way less than you think you should get, it gets tough. Alright, so that row's good. Once he explodes, we'll need to send an imp. But for now, we're doing fairly well. I'm going to let this be a nice long video just to let this play out. So let's send the imp like back here. He should explode before he gets there. Goodness, I hope. Okay, good. Whew. Sometimes you worry yourself. And we're doing good. We have 1,000 sun. Cleared 2 stages. It's going well. It's up 2 streak. Pretty good. And then you get stages like this, where you're like, what the heck is going on? So, let's see. I honestly feel like a bucket head could clear almost each one of these rows. Or just straight up a football zombie. So, let's go for it. I feel strongly. Because, whoopsies, if you don't waste your football zombie like I did, then half of the damage on this one gets completely negated. Yeah, so this went well. Again, getting very lucky. And our sun is doing well. Maybe I just got some bad rolls on the last ones I did, and it made this way harder than it should have been. But seriously, I tried to get that achievement for a while, and I just gave up. So, maybe I get lucky. 3 streak, not bad. Let's see what we have in store. Alright. An imp can deal with this. Whole row. So about 150 sun. Nothing too bad. This row, I think, can be dealt with by a cone head. give or take. Hoping he survives this. He may not, though. I don't know. That first sunflower might have screwed him over. We'll see. Nope, should be good. And then this row... let's do a cone head and then a pole vaulter. So do something like this, so that way that gets eaten. And then we'll just do an imp, just like so. Also, we need an imp there. Not a big deal. Nice. Got the imp instead. Not that it really mattered. They kind of do the same thing, but still, you get the idea. Send an imp, ideally here, and then a bucket head. Should be able to deal with that. Imp there. Cone head, deal with it. Then should be able to imp the rest of it pretty easy. I guess worst case too, if this becomes way too long, I'll cut it off and make it its own video. But normally, in my experience, this is a fairly long endeavor. Do 2 imps like that. Do an imp here, and that should clear this. We're doing really good on sun, so I'm not too worried. This is probably the best I've ever done on this, to be honest. I have tried this so many times where I've gotten to like the 2nd or 3rd stage, and I have less sun than I started with. So this is going well so far. Alright, let's read the room. This fire actually really does nothing here, so that's good. That's a bit of a problem. Let's spongy this. And then... oh, the squash. So there's my first major blunder. Spent 250 sun to get 1 magnet. When realistically, probably could have just done like a cone head. But then the 3-peater. Again, this is where it starts falling apart. Honestly, you know what? Football zombie, you can take out that whole row. I at least believe in him to get the magnet. Let's send another one. Honestly, let's send one here. And we'll send one here, too, for giggles. Because that should deal with most of the threats. Send a bucket head this way, just to get rid of all this. So again, I've made a couple blunders, but nothing too egregious. At least I don't think. We're doing pretty well. Oh, I should have sent a pole vaulter. Whoops. Big mistake there. It's fine. And there. So I think we'll still end with pretty good sun. Like what? 1,675, give or take? Yeah, okay. So not terrible. Still doing pretty good. Grab our coin. Alright, 5 streak, halfway there. Oh gosh, what is going on? So he's way in the back. Footballer can probably deal with this, so let's just run it. You can also probably deal with this, too. Honestly... oh, that is a problem. Okay. Let's do a pole vaulter, see if we can get rid of him. Again, it really just depends on that corn. If that corn gets lucky, it's over. But if we can get rid of the corn, depends on if he gets another butter or not, which he did, see? That's why I've never liked this mode, because of these corns. They're kind of the worst aggressor of it, too. Which is funny, because it's corn. Something that normally, in normal gameplay, I don't think 2 things about. But in here, awful. Also, our footballer did not make it nearly as far as I had hoped. Still, an imp can clear this whole row out, which is good. I think a normal bucket head could do almost this whole row. I guess the flame log is a problem, but just do a miner there. We could do one up here too, just to clear that out. It's probably going to be what we do. Yeah, I see no better solution there. This, I'm iffy on that. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I could have seen trying the ladder zombie, but I just don't think he would have gone far. This whole situation, I don't even know where to start. I guess... Coneheads? Do something like that. Then send a second one behind him. I guess. I really don't feel great about that, though. So, I mean, whatever, ultimately. If you can get to the mushroom, I view that as worth it. I think he will. He won't kill it because of the squash, but if you can get the squash to activate, perfect. Okay. Diffused. This, I think, is just a classic bucket head. Let's go for it. Do an imp there. And as you can see, I used a lot of sun on this one. We're not getting our sun back. But I think if I played it right, we should only have to use 50 more. So down a little, but still over 1,000. We should be sitting pretty good. Oh, I may have mistimed that really badly. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Yes, I did. Should have used a cone head. Used a normal imp. That's gonna cost me. Still, again, over 1,000, doing pretty good. One fairly big blunder, but that's okay. Should be able to kill this chomper and move on to the 6th wave. Or I guess 6th streak. I guess I don't know. What would you call this? Waves? Rounds? I guess round, probably. Yeah. Big money. Pretty good. Let's see what else we have. Okay. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 sunflowers. They're testing ya. Let's see. If I pole vault this immediately, there's 3 Peters, or the 3 Peters down there, so this should be good. With this gone, I think I can football this. Maybe even this, too. So let's give it a shot. Let's go for it. Let's go for broke. I'm trying to get stuff done. If this works, then that's 3 lanes done. We just have to figure this out. In which case, I can probably pole vault, get rid of both of these, and be on my way. Maybe. I don't know. It's gonna depend. Those corns are just dangerous, man. Alternative strategy. Probably what's actually gonna happen is I digger zombie after bungeeing this. Yeah, let's just go for that. That feels way safer. Yeah, I think that's the safe route. This, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I could see a footballer just clearing it after the 3 Peter's gone. I think that's what we'll do. Wait for the 3 Peter footballer, then 2 imps, I think we'll finish. That's my guess. So get rid of that naughty 3 Peter. And then it's really just going to be down to, does the corn get lucky? Might send a cone head just in case. Yeah, I'm gonna. I feel that's the safe route. Because that way if one gets stunned, he can just keep going. Yep, that's the exact reason I did it. I think that's going to pay dividends. Okay, he got lucky. Probably didn't need the cone head, but made me feel safe. Perfect. Alright. Up to 7 streak. Pretty good. We're slowly losing sun, though, and that's a problem. With you being right in the front, I can probably just cone head you. I'm gonna go for it. It's gonna be risky, but with that out of the way, we can just footballer so many of these rows. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. For this row here, footballer should be able to deal. I don't even know what to do for that. Let's go for the footballer. Let's do it twice. I don't know why I would need any of those, but it should be alright. Honestly, I think the footballer here is also worth... Again, I don't know about this row. That has me perplexed. I can send a digger zombie down here, which I think is the solution to dealing with this row. Pretty good. My guess was just footballer, but, like, I'm not so sure. Wait for this. Ooh, perfect. We've at least gotten a lot of good money out of this, if nothing else. I mean, I could try... Like, Disco Zombie just has nothing to do with any of this. Maybe 2 footballers. I think that's the play, is 2 footballers. I don't like it, but I think we're just going to need that extra defense. Probably could have got away with a bucket head, TBH. Yeah, maybe even 1 would have just been fine. Eh. So far, so good, though. I don't feel like we've done terrible, if nothing else. Maybe not great, but still, not terrible. Perfect. 8 streak. Pretty good. 2 more. Oh, golly. Is that a certified just bungee this? I think it is. I can probably imp this, maybe. Yeah, see, look. 2 sunflowers. Like, that's ridiculous. To figure out this whole puzzle. It's so rough. I feel like I gotta bungee it, right? Let's just say yeah. Just go for it. And then... let's imp this. Yep, get that. Perfect, okay. I think I then just footballer rush these 2 rows. So, like, let's do this and this. That's gonna suck. Maybe I should have used the digger there, but we'll see. I think they'll be okay. Might have to risk the digger here, or what's probably safer is just use another imp. But that went well. Let's use a digger. Actually, I just bucket head this, to be honest. Once he's gone. Gotta wait for that 3-peater. Because these little ones really don't do a lot of damage. So yeah, let's go for it. This I can definitely miner zombie. I think that's absolutely what we do there, because that walnut's just gonna mess things up. And I really don't know what to do for that, for this row. because the imp wouldn't be able to make it. So I guess imp double cone head? That feels like the play, unfortunately. I don't like it, but it's gonna be what have to work. He'll get eaten. He's gonna take so much damage, though. Like, that, it just might be bungled. Yeah. So, we gave it a very, very fair attempt, but we just didn't have it. Because he'll finish eating that. I would have to send, like, a bucket head to survive all the damage, and even then I wouldn't have the imp for it. So, maybe the game thinks I have it, but I don't feel like I do. It's basically, it would have to be this if I'm to finish the stage. So we'll see. Maybe we get lucky and get to see the final round, but I don't think so. Yeah, because look, he's barely going to finish this and then get killed by the little one. A good attempt. See? A very, very good attempt. But it just gets so brutal toward the end that it's ridiculous. And that's why a lot of people start using the Bungie sun glitch. Is just, what are you going to do? So. Also, unfortunately, the game, yeah, takes a while. But hey, that was a good attempt. But you see how it went. And so next time, seeing as we've finished all of the puzzles and gave iZombie Endless a fair chance, we will not be selecting a level of iZombie or restarting it. If I can hit main menu, there we go. We will be doing survival mode next, which has 10 trophies and, you guessed it, something extra. As always, I'm Bread. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.